He was so excited. He cut out pictures of these landscapes and neighborhoods and kind of really tried to give you a feel of the movie. It was kind of cute, but at the same time it really showed his enthusiasm for it. I enjoy my life. I think I have a very good life. And I think I'm very satisfied with the direction of my career and just my lifestyle and everything like that. So I wouldn't change a single thing. As a senior in high school, you figure out what you want to do with your life. I asked myself if I wanted to get back into acting and thought, yes, but under my own terms and nothing like it was before. I could have gone the route of a lot of these former child actors, but I didn't want that for myself. Like I said, when I was 14 years old, I decided to quit. I didn't ever want to do it again. I'm not one of those actors who needs the media spotlight all the time to feel gratified. I'm happy to do one project a year and take the rest of the year off as long as that project is special. People do bad things in their lives. And those sort of things are forgivable. That's half the point of having confession in church. You need to be able to fess up to what you've done. I write a good amount. I've been gathering up a backlog of stuff and maybe I'll do something with it someday, but I don't want to talk about it just yet because that would jinx it. I'm doing naughty things, I'm drinking too much, I'm going to clubs. It really didn't matter to me, other than the fact that some parents wouldn't let their kids hang out with me. I went to high school, which was a good thing because I hadn't interacted with many people my age, and I didn't really have friends. I had a million acquaintances and no friends. Most of the offers I get from Hollywood are for teen comedies. My manager thinks I'm crazy for turning down all that money, but I'm very picky. Because of what I did when I was 10 years old, I'm not living from paycheck to paycheck. And I can do things because I want to do them. I'm not expecting the American literary community to welcome me with open arms. To them I'm just some schmuck kid who wrote some book. I hope I'm remembered as the king of the world, the noble man who united all the nations of the earth. But that probably won't happen. I did a radio interview for a station in Connecticut or something, and it was the worst interview ever. It was all yes and no answers. Michael Jackson and I talk all the time. I think we understand each other in a way that most people can't understand either of us. I don't even know how to define myself. I'm a person who writes. It's something I enjoy, and hopefully people enjoy it as well. It's about finding unique, one-of-a-kind films that I would want to see myself. I think Party Monster is one of those. I'd made money by the time I was 12 to never work again, so it's not about a big paycheck with me. After seeing Big, I wanted an elevator that opened directly into my apartment, just like Tom Hanks did. I'm the most out-of-work actor I know. In the last 2 years I've basically taken meetings for a living. I lead a simple life. I feed the fish. I walk the dogs. I cook dinner. Occasionally I take a meeting. I have a lot of growing up to do, or a lot of growing down. I think that's probably more appropriate. I can go to any restaurant without a reservation, but while I'm there, everyone's gonna be staring. I've led a very isolated existence since I was 6 years old. It's kind of been me in my mind. The funny thing is, I'm not really a big reader, not a big fan of books in the first place. I'm not one of those people who needs that gratification of doing, like, 10 films a year. Gosh, I couldn't even talk right until I was about 6 years old or something like that. It's a place where I could do something on a weekly basis and see if I like it. I felt like I had two fathers. I had my real father and the father in my head. Acting found me. I thought maybe I should try to find it again. We'll see. All the child star cliches. I've tried very hard to avoid them all. A lot of people meet me and they're like, "Why aren't you crazy?" I've always said that acting found me. I didn't really find it. I had all the fame anyone could want, and I ran away from it. I hope people don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not. Math is one of my favorite subjects. I don't even get an allowance. I did 14 movies in 6 years, I had a cartoon TV show, and I don't want to do that again. I just want to make unique pieces of art. That's why I quit everything when I was 14 and sat around for 8 years before I did another movie. I don't mind if somebody comes up to me and shakes my hand, but if I'm in the middle of a restaurant and somebody asks me for a picture, I can be a jerk and say no, or I can say yes and draw more attention to myself. Which is exactly the opposite of what I want. I have no control over people's perceptions of me at all, and that's one of the things I decided very early on, is that I can't control the way other people think of me. All I can do, especially when it comes to my career, is go out there and do cool, unique kinds of things. I do have a family, and I do have friends, and so-called friends, and acquaintances, and many other people I see only around Christmas time. Maybe they could vouch for me. Maybe they could testify to my existence and save a part of me that thinks I'm no better than a bag of potato chips. I want to be able to hump people's legs and have them do nothing about it. My father was overbearing, very controlling. He was always the way he is, even before my success. He was not always a good person. He'd play mind games to make sure I knew my place. I don't see him, which is unfortunate, but I don't have any desire to see him. I vaguely know where he is, and I don't want to know. I am a collection of thoughts and memories and likes and dislikes. I am the things that have happened to me and the sum of everything I've ever done. I am the clothes I wear on my back. I am every place and every person and every object I have ever come across. I am a bag of bones stuck to a very large rock spinning 1,000 miles an hour.